Hello everyone, this is RC0538, and I'm bringing you another war game replay. This time, a very unique game using an interesting deck. Anyways, let's dive in. Now the first interesting thing here is that it's a blue 4 against blue 4 game, so OPFOR. Now the thing about blue 4 against blue 4 is that you're going to be seeing a bit of interesting units. Units that you wouldn't normally see clash, you'll see them clash. So anyways, the enemy team, the opposing team, had a blue 4 mechanized deck, so taking all of the NATO countries without the prototypes, but mechanized. El Presidente was using a United Kingdom mechanized deck, and War Daddy was using a United States armored deck. I was using a French general deck, Brody was using a NORAD general deck, and Snakes, I want to say he was using just a US general deck. I believe so. He might have been using, no, I think he's using a US armor deck. Anyways, let's speed this up past the deployment phase. So anyways, Snake said he's going to push to here. I asked him if he could, and he ended up doing that, so thank you, Snake. We needed to secure this flank, and this area is going to see a lot of fighting. So anyways, everyone's just sitting up here. What am I opening with? Well, I've got a Celtic, a Puma 330 with some Hussards base, just the not 85's version. I've got two Puma 330s with Legion, and I have these. This Puma 330, I believe, has Commando Marines. Let's slow this down, way down. So we have our Celtics coming in. These are AA helicopters with Mistral missiles with 26-25 meter range. Over here, let's find my forces. I had a bit of an awkward start, very awkward start, because I was selecting them, I was about to click move fast, and then I accidentally clicked unload, so all these guys get out of their transports, which got me off to a slow start. Thankfully, Snake was there to help me out there, so I'm glad that he was. Brody, I told him to watch for a tank push. I was worried that War Daddy over here would get some funny ideas and try to push across. So anyways, he's got some starships. M1A1HC, M1 IP Abrams, some more IP Abrams, so yeah. Anyways, this is my opening. However, he had some very long-range anti-helicopter, anti-aircraft, very long-range anti-helicopter units, and yeah, these units are just going to end up taking me off. The Gepards, the Mistrals, and the Stormers units all found me and instantly engaged me. Really destroyed me here in the beginning. And I was like, okay, this is a real rocky start. It really was a rocky start. But these guys weren't offloading. They got blown up. This guy I wasn't fast enough offloading him. He got blown up. Which kind of bugs me, because he was behind a mountain, behind a bunch of trees, you know? Kind of wondered how they spotted that. Anyways, let's look, he's got some red-eye and TACOM back here. AMX-10Ps with some Chasseurs 85. I have a Leclerc, I'm not quite sure. I believe it's just Leclerc, that final CSI. It's a very cool super heavy main battle tank. Maybe it's not necessarily a super heavy, but it's an excellent main battle tank. 2275 meter range, 70 accuracy, and 70% stabilizer. 21 armor penetration means that it's not going to go through as many tanks as others would. But it has an exceptional rate of fire. It has 12 rounds a minute rate of fire. It's very fast, very speedy. It's a very, very good tank. So anyways, I'm going to push that. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to order it to go here. Oh, let's put this off of 0.5 speed. Anyways, he catches this. He's dropping some napalm. Love the smell of napalm in the morning. So napalm comes in, but just that nick of time to Commando Brains move. Only to get suppressed by these M113s who were here to do a lot of suppression damage by AMX-10RC, getting some hits in. You know, I'm just got a Warrior Milan over here with great transports, these. Yeah, they get one hit over there, and they've got 24 armor penetration, but yeah, it's going to do a ton of damage. Because of that one less armor penetration, gets hit again, so he only had 4 hit points left, which is not good. Anyways, AMX-10 pushing up, and I'm like, oh shoot, I wanted the Chasseurs to push up too. So it was all those things. So so yeah, at this point, I got totally wrecked in my opening. Also, I'd forgotten about my tiger hat over here, which I was bringing just in case they had... kind of was keeping it in my back pocket in case they ran this down. War Daddy has some interesting tanks over here. The MBT-70s, I would recommend these. I would personally take some M1 IPs. I think they're far superior tanks to the MBT-70s because these only have heat guns. And so if I were to push... I mean, in this case, if I were just to push an M1A2 across here, boom, 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 you're just going to knock all this stuff out. I mean, unless he had some tank snipers or something on hand. But if it was a coordinated push, I don't think he would have done well. Martyrdom, looks like he's got these commandos, these Australian units, kind of interesting. They have the All-Steyr, Steyr AUG. They have the Mini-Me, a lot like the MP49. In fact, the United States, I think, kind of copied it, made the MP49. And then you have the Carl Gustav M2. Phantom Marines are armed with SG-5.3, I'm not familiar with that. With LRAC, Law, and they have an AA-52. Kind of an old light machine gun. It gets the job done. It has these Assault Pioneers. I don't like these as much. I just don't feel like thinking the Assault Pioneers serves much of a purpose inside of a forest. I think they're cool. But, and that's because they have a battle rifle with 5.95 range, but the Canadian assault, like the assault engineers or something like that, the Canadian ones have submachine guns. Also, great use of the assault pioneers nevertheless, doing an exceptional amount of damage to these riflemen. Finally getting these guys together, they're getting dropped off. And my chasseurs coming in, and I think I'd gone ahead and stupidly lost my freaking tiger. I'm like, oh crap, I am so tired. I am not making good tactical decisions. This is ridiculous. But yeah, so the chasseurs, though, they managed to win the position, which was a huge win on our part. Meanwhile, the chasseurs are engaging, the Black Hawks are engaging. They're twin miniguns. And yeah, these guys are, one of the group is panicked, and I've got a double group of Commando Marines here. These guys performed excellently during that. Yeah, these Commando Marines here, we'll go ahead, we'll get them in here. Try to do some damage to these Assault Pioneers over here. Meanwhile, the Leclerc is continuing to engage basically whatever comes across this bridge. And was what the real value of the Leclerc was, is it just locked down this bridge. It made it very difficult for the enemy to push across. Commando Marines dishing out a lot of pain to those Assault Pioneers, though. Take out the 5-point transport, and then, yeah, they're going to get back down to business. And so, moving around, trying to get some shots on these. Not able to. Not yet, anyways. He's got some strikers over here. He's got them upvet enough that I'd say they're pretty good, but they got 22 armor penetration power with a good range, so yeah, definitely decent anti-tank, anti-GMs. The problem is they only have 45% accuracy, so that's definitely an issue. He's got these commandos, though. He's kind of got them all hidden back here. Meanwhile, though, he's kind of trying to get some shots on these commando marines. He's being pretty successful at it. But just trying to get them into this building, and they had not defended this building block, which is incredibly important. It's a very strategic position. Looking at it from their angle, this gives you an excellent position to engage from, because if you can have a lot of enemy infantry here, but by having these guys here, you effectively secure this bridgehead. Especially if you can push across this side, then this bridgehead is yours. It is yours. So I got some Segays back here, just some armored cars, really. It's going with a bombing run, but getting too close for the bomb. Two guys, though, weren't too lucky and they got hit by it. Prowler's going in, though, trying to escort the bombing run. Meanwhile, oh crap, these guys are worried, they're stunned, they're not doing too hot. And so, yeah, we've got the Fusiliers over here. It's not looking good for these guys are great. Anyways, ordering them to engage Warrior 90s over here. Now, one thing to know about the Warrior 90s is these do not have stabilizers. They cannot fire on the move. So while they have 40% accuracy on an autocannon, it has no stabilizer, and it only shoots 90 rounds a minute, which very much so limits its effectiveness. Anyways, Commander Marines continuing with exceptional amounts of damage to this infantry, just really out in the open here. At first I kind of thought he was screening it, and that might be what they were doing, but, yeah, these guys are just not doing too hot. When you're getting engaged by Commander Marines, firing very rapidly, all guns blazing, these Fusiliers are just not going to do too well. Anyways, I'm not going to get in CQB, I don't want to get bogged down there, so I push him back. I pull him back anyways. I'm going to try to let these guys come to me. Get back in the building if you want to live. I really appreciated Brody's call-outs here, his flares. You know, napalm inbound, you know, putting down those flares really makes all the difference. I don't do anything, you know, that would get my guys killed unknowingly because he just dropped a bunch of napalm on them. Commander Marines, dishing out a lot of pain on these commandos. Fusiliers, meanwhile, they're only engaging with battle rifles, you know, and these Afghans make but, you know, it's not looking too good. Interesting enough, though, their machine gun actually fires faster than the Commander Marines. It's pretty interesting. Kind of odd, too. Yeah, the Commander Marines still dishing out a lot of hurt on these Fusiliers. So, yeah. At this point, War Daddy made a very good play bringing in these Zippos. He's going to use them to kind of continually napalm this force to prevent me from using it. Very good strategy, actually. I've not tried to deploy them in that way, but he's not going to use those in that capacity yet. However, see him bringing some stuff across. Boom! Side shot. Kill. Claire pushing out a bit. Since we paired it with these just guys. At this point, yeah, it's sort of not worth it to just chase 30-point flame tank. It doesn't serve me in strategic purpose to do that. At this point, he's pushing up the strike. Remember, ATGMs usually aren't stabilized. It wasn't a semi-active platform. Meanwhile, I'm kind of trying to use these AMX-10s to draw fire so the chasseurs can get into the building. Commander Marines, though, right now, they're the only ones holding this position down. Sergei's putting down some fire on the Warrior 90s. But these things are very good close range because they do have 3 armor penetration with a good range on them. So close up, Warrior 90s can be a real threat. Yeah, so El Presidente is taking some, you know, he managed to kill off one of these because these aren't stabilized either. And so he's firing from a stabilized stance to begin with, and yeah, he manages to kill off both of those, which was not good. Meanwhile, he's getting Bradley CV over here. Or Bradley CFV, I should say, not a CV. Bradley, what's it called? Bradley Recon Unit. Anyways, engaging that warrior, taking it out. There it is. Smoldering ruin. Got some PSAMs over here. He's got Chaparral and Gipper. Great position. Pretty good position. Meanwhile, he's pushing across with some more Warrior 90s. And my response is going to be the exact same. Blow them up with the hook there. Utilizing that rate of fire to its full effectiveness. And those chasseurs are in there now. And at this point, they're just tearing the place up. A great deal of damage to their warriors. Bam, bam, bam. Longbows taking out these M1 Bone Bone, taken out. At this point, I'm pushing the Commander Marines to try to finish off these guys. Engaging the Warrior, because some of these guys can do pretty well in the force, don't want to get suppressed. You know what, they're using some artillery on me, probably these M109s over here. Yep, so we're just finishing off these Fusiliers. It's no contest. This is just a slaughter right here. These guys are panicked, they're stunned. panic, and these guys barely carry. However, he does do a great move in napalming. Now, if he could have followed this up by putting these commandos, if he'd put them in here, he could have probably wiped out my position here. However, he was more concerned about putting pressure on this area, and I definitely get that. But yeah, he could have done exceptional amounts of damage by instead putting them in here. Commando Marines, yep, take him out. Speed this up a bit. Official says, and everyone spot these. Do some damage. We have a bombing run, commandos. Meanwhile, we got some Delta Force pushing up. Good anti-infantry force. Good call here. I wouldn't use them in a block of 3, though. I wouldn't use them in groups of 3. I would have brought in, say, 2 groups of 2, or just 2 of them, because 3 of them, I mean, it's just a bit too much, I think. Because right now you have 75 points right here. That's just so easily bombable and able to be attacked. However, these guys are really good. They've got the MP5 SDs. They've got the M60 Shorty as well. Longbow's a bit too close to the action here. It doesn't need to be here, but yeah, Delta's just going to count. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to get a Brennis here. Support any attack on this position. You can do a lot of damage, especially if his supply routes are cut here. Force them to respond to my units here. So, yeah. This IP, though, watching this. He had to do something. Yeah, Deltas, though, continually just doing lots of damage to these airborne. They are elite. We're both at elite, which is very interesting. Yeah, he's just juggling them around. He sees the artillery coming. It's a lot more, actually, to include his own forces with that artillery. Yep, Zippo, this is what I was talking about. Now, what he's doing right now is he's just attacking ground. It's a pretty safe bet that I want to put something in here, so particularly like some recon or something in there so I can see what's coming down from that position. Let's see what I can see. All I can see right now, I don't have enough recon, I know that. I just have the Mistral here, and he has the longbow, but all that's kind of doing some spotting, but still. Warriors gun for the Chaparral. Oh! This one, yep, but yeah, he's just napalming this position. Yep. Just a bunch of napalm. What is this over here? Ah, yes. This is the, this is a, M113 Super Dragon, I think. I kind of don't know why you'd want to take one of these. One, they only have one unit that could possibly in here. That's Cavalry Scouts. And Cavalry Scouts, their weaponry just isn't that great. I mean, they got 50% accuracy, but they have 50% accuracy, but only 13 hour penetration. And the Super Dragon, it's just not good. It's just not very good. There's not really a reason to use this. Meanwhile, this is a PZ MRS 113, 7,700 meter range, decent dispersion. Meanwhile, I got my own mortars coming in, exceptional. They have the same range as them, but much tighter dispersion. And so yeah, this makes, and they're amphibious, they're very quick because they're on the wheeled platforms, the track platform. So very quick, great units to use. This Patriot is way too far back. I'd probably put the Patriot right about there. I'd say it would be a better position for it. It might be a bit too close to something here, because then you've got good control of this guy's, but this is too far back. So I'd move that Patriot. What was it? I thought I had something I was going to say. Now, at this point, I decided to bring in one of the best, if not the one of the best air superiority fighters in the game, and that is the Rafale. Now, the Rafale is awesome. It's as medium stealth on a fighter jet. Now, I mean, it's that Doesn't make it an F-22 Raptor or anything of that sort, but it's still very good. Very good. Looking at its weaponry, the Mika EM, 65% accuracy. Whew, boy. The Mika IR, 65% accuracy. Those missiles, both of them, very accurate, very lot of HE damage, makes them exceptionally dangerous. They have exceptional air detection, exceptional speed, and yeah, that stealth. That stealth just means that they won't see him coming, and he wouldn't. Usually, you'd be able to see something like that coming a mile away. Oh, maybe not a mile, but like once you got to here, yeah, the Stormers and the Tractor Pierce would start picking him up. But he probably didn't start seeing that until it was like right there. So it took out Napalm Bomber, important target to take out. Yeah, the Rafale is flying back to us. Great shot here, by the way. Awesome. Awesome shot. So put up some smoke with his mortars, looks like, and he's pushing some Canadian Airborne across. They don't have a lot of cover, but these Fusiliers are pretty panicked, pretty wounded. They're crossed, so yeah, definitely going to go to Canadian Airborne if they stop, because they're right now using assault. They're using battle rifles, not assault rifles. If they're using assault rifles, I'd be fine with it, but with battle rifles, they're just not going to be as accurate firing. In the meantime, I have also brought in the Caesar. Now, the Caesar is one of those artillery units that is just awesome. It's a great ground range, very tight dispersion. Like, that's mortar dispersion. And 6 rounds a minute rate of fire isn't bad. Just keep in mind, it doesn't have any armor to speak of whatsoever. So it's going to be pretty vulnerable in that regard. Meanwhile, I put some fire on the Stormer here. He's going to have to look back to base. The M109A2, I really don't like the M109s. I like the Paladin, which is the last variant of the M109, but I just don't like the prior variants. Unless you're using it as barrage artillery, and even then I just don't like that. Being up past the lull in the fighting here, just kind of building up, everyone's just kind of building up. Put up some, looks like Chaparrals. Put an attack marker down, he probably sees the CH-53. Now the CH-53 is basically the Mi-6 for the United States. It's the easiest comparison to make, so yeah. Meanwhile, the longbow flying in. Way too close, I'd say. Oh, gosh, I didn't even see this. Holy smokes. Holy crap, I mean, I've used the A-bot before, or the A-bot. I've used it before. Like, in a kind of the role of mortars. Just looking at them, they don't have the greatest ground range. Better than mortars, but still not great ground range. Their dispersion isn't great. Their HE power is quite low. Furthermore, they have very low rate of fire. So I wouldn't recommend the A-bot very much. For example, my mortars, I'd say are superior to the A-bot in many ways. While their ground range may not be as good, they have much tighter dispersion, and they fire twice as fast. So kind of a combination of all those things, but it's just firing at a road here. And look at that dispersion at work. This is the pinnacle of accuracy, everybody. Look at this accuracy. Look at it. That's exceptional accuracy, wouldn't you say? No, it's not exceptional. That is abysmal. It's just good for barraging an area, really. Meanwhile, managed to kill off heavy AA in this position, if we can. We can just barely see it. Oh, so it's not totally just, blurred out. But we got a pip here, it looks like. Oh, we got a pip here. And then over here, if we can spot it. Yep, looks like we can kind of spot it. We have a Chaparral. So yeah, lit up 150 points there with my mortars and with my artillery, Caesar. And once again, holy crap, this is fob draining this stuff right here. Just look at how fast the fob is getting drained. By like, what? 12, 14 of these guys? I mean, that's gotta be at least 2 cars. 2 cars of these things. Meanwhile, they brought in Tomcat, Mirage SF coming in. These, yep, the Rolands are lightened up. Let's see. Ooh, they got it. I think they got it. Nice. Hats off to the Rolands there. Got F-16 Block 52. And I think it just flew off. Did it just fly off? It probably did. Yep, it's gone. Okay. Longboat. This is too forward. I mean, using it here, it just, I don't think makes much sense. Longbows are just too good to be used in an AA chopper role or in some of the other roles. Like having an Apache over here, it just doesn't get you anything. It's a lot of high points that just don't really serve a purpose. Got LAVs and Bradley's taking out some of that AA over there. Another push. Commandos, defined power. The commandos and the chasseurs were able to take it out. Phantom 2 doing a napalm run over here. Got my AMX-10 RC parked along here. It's getting some spots and some stuff, I think. Yep. Once again, those MBT-70s. Some warriors in the bridge there. Going back to below. More of these Canadian airborne. Rangers, good choice. So slow this back down. Tornado coming in. However, Rafale is gonna have none of that. However, Rafale, ooh, it was sad. It was about to make it out, and then it just didn't. It just didn't. I was like, no! But they took out the Rafale, which really sucked. But I mean, holy crap! What is this? What is this? What is this, I ask you? I say it's madness. I mean, see, just look at that dispersion. You're not going to kill anything. And he's really not doing much damage here. I mean, yeah, he's maybe stunning. These guys are kind of worried. But really, what is this accomplishing is what you've got to ask yourself. Like, when I do this right here, or who's doing this? When Brody's mortaring this right here, he's stunning it, he's panicking it, so that way if he does have anything, you know, if he did have anything here, it would be much less effective. I'm putting artillery on this position for the same reason. Stun it, panic it, make it less effective, maybe force him to retreat it. But this is just madness. Whoa, boy. A lot of warriors around. A lot of warriors. So he's gearing it up for an assault. Leclerc, though, yeah, he's just sitting back here. I know this is a great main battle tank. I really shouldn't be keeping it sitting here, but at the same time, it's just doing so good in this role. And because of that high rate of fire is really the reason why I'm taking it. At that point, I'm spotting these Warrior 90s come in. Holy crap, is that a lot of them, I'm going to say. 8 Warrior 90s, probably, I think they just said base Fusiliers. Yeah, we're going to make it work. We're going to make them work for any gains he makes in this area. Meanwhile, Fighting Falcon going in. He's dropping bombs. F-14 going in. Over the Block 52 looks like it managed to finish that off. It's good. Looks like it took some fire from maybe that F-14 over there. What else do we have going on? Putting attack markers down here. Holy crap, we have a lot of points. He's kind of, now what he did do exceptionally well is he went ahead and he smoked this position. However, really, that's not the position to smoke. Now, well, both I and the infantry had been a bit smarter, then these Legion might have lived. But, like, just looking at the defenses I am like, guarding that bridge, and, this is a good time to talk about bridges, too. But I had some Legion here. I had ATGMs. I had a tank, I had AA. You're likely not going to get through this position very easily. And by not easily, I mean not easily at all. Because, I mean, the Legion, they have 25 armor penetration, and they're sitting in here. They're going to have a great line of sight on that bridge. Leclerc, great line of sight on that bridge. And all this, I mean, yeah, it's doing alright, but, you end up losing forces and doing stuff like that. Anyways, engaging their forces. Taking a lot of fire here. And then once the Leclerc takes a bit too much damage, or more damage than I'm comfortable with, I go ahead, I pull it back behind the smoke, and use his own smoke screen against him. And that's when I realized also that these MBT-70s are the real threat, just because they do have a heat gun, which is going to make them just that much more effective. That's a bit of napalm dropped over there. Yeah, these Chasseurs and Rangers aren't going to be capable of it. Trying to drop some artillery on them, but it's just another Leclerc has been running excellent fire on the enemy. Boom, getting some IP Abrams. Target micromanagement, so it fires I wanted to shoot at. Kills an MB-270. Brennis engaging these Fusiliers over here. Use the Puma 330 to kind of provide some fire support. Meanwhile, Brody is putting some. He might be using the US armor, maybe. Anyways, Leclerc fires. It's too close range. Gets a great shot on this firing computer, though, forcing it to reset. However, I just get a very unlucky RNG, and that with 7% accuracy, this M1 Abrams manages to kill off my Leclerc, but not before the Leclerc gets off a last defiant shot and kills him. So, you know, a bit of mutually assured destruction there. Meanwhile, using the power of my Milan F3s, boom, take that out. Warrior 90s just kind of getting out of there, no reason for them to hang around. M1 IPs coming in. So we got 2 stacks of M1 IPs. These guys, anyways, are stunned, they're panicked, they're far less veterancy. I'm telling them, defend your units, pull them back. It's not worth it. Anyways, in the meantime, though, I have brought back the Leclerc. It rises again, mostly considering you get 4 of them per day, so there is that too as well. However, at this point, they are breaking out the big guns. They are bringing in the M1A1 HC Abrams. Now, this is the Marine Corps version of the M1A1, and yeah, I really don't stand a bunch of a chance against this tank, in all honesty, because, well, we're about matched. He has more armor penetration, and I have less armor penetration, but I do shoot faster, so it's kind of a balancing act there. What are you gonna pick, you know? Jaguar goes in, but kills off his anti-aircraft, but he manages to pick it out. Ooh, let's see what's going on. Yeah, he's just hanging him back in reserve here. Then he's pushing across his Warrior 90s. Leclerc, once again, just continually engaging it. Now, the one thing that is awesome about these Warrior 90s, I know I'm talking about these a lot, but they have a lot of frontal armor for transport. They have 6 frontal armor now. If this has been, say, Bradley M2A2, well, the M2A2 could have engaged with a TOW-2 missile, which would have done a lot of damage. It wouldn't have survived the first shot. However, somehow it's surviving the first shot. No idea how, but it somehow is. Anyways, Leclerc pushing in. A couple hits on it. Ooh, boy, not going to win that fight. Anyways, got my Commando Marines in here. And kind of just swapping these Chasseurs and the Commando Marines out. Commando Marines getting in close. Lots of damage here to these Fusiliers. And then I'm going to retreat them once they take too much damage. And so it was just that juggling effect that kept these units alive for so long. And all that combined provided to make it more effective. Meanwhile, a lot of artillery going in on the supply units, and that was kind of odd. And at that point, the game was over. Now, just looking at the stats here, how everything kind of panned out. I ended up making 800 points. Brody made about 300 points, and Snake here, sadly, he lost about 600 points. Now, the opposition had Martyrdom here, 1605, but took some substantial losses. El Presidente made positive by 25 points. 25 points, yeah. So, More Daddy here made positive by roughly 100, like 85, I think. Maybe, no, 95. Excuse my math. Well, I don't know my math, actually. I do not know my math. Yeah, 85. I was right. Okay. Anyways, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. That was a very fun match for me on Gunboat Diplomacy. If you like these videos and you like my wargame content, please like and subscribe to see more of it. And yeah, this is going to be RC0538 signing off. Hope you have a good day.